Simon Sinek's theory of why revolves around the idea that individuals and organizations are most successful when they begin their pursuits with a clear understanding of their core purpose or belief, their why. This why serves as a driving force that transcends products and services, touching on values and missions that resonate deeply with both leaders and followers. Sinek argues that focusing on why aligns actions, decisions, and intentions, creating a sense of clarity and motivation. This concept is significant to the broader topic of empowering decisions, as it suggests that decisions become more purposeful and impactful when they stem from an intrinsic motivation, rather than external forces. Real-world examples accentuate this concept vividly. Consider Apple Incorporated, which consistently champions innovation and design. Their why is ingrained in challenging the status quo and thinking differently, which not only catalyzed their financial success, but also cultivated a loyal consumer base. Another example is Martin Luther King Jr.'s leadership during the Civil Rights Movement. His powerful expression of the why in his "I Have a Dream" speech rallied millions to the cause, not because of the logistics of the movement, but because they shared his vision of equality and justice, illustrating the profound influence of leading with a solid purpose. Supporters of Sinek's theory highlight its role in fostering authenticity and trust. By clearly communicating their why, leaders and brands build lasting connections with their audiences, leading to sustainable success. Critics, however, point out potential challenges in its implementation. Some argue that the process of discovering one's why can be abstract and elusive, particularly in complex, multifaceted organizations. Additionally, there's the risk of oversimplification or reducing the concept to a marketing gimmick rather than a genuine reflection of one's purpose. Despite these challenges, the theory of why ties intricately into various aspects of decision-making, leadership, and organizational culture. It acts as a cornerstone for empowered decision-making by ensuring that every choice aligns with the core purpose. It inspires leaders to not only make choices that are strategically sound, but also ethically and emotionally resonant, ultimately leading to greater fulfillment and effectiveness. By influencing how decisions are made and communication is crafted, Sinek's theory of why becomes not just an aspect of empowerment, but its very foundation, reshaping how individuals and organizations perceive success and legacy. Understanding the Golden Circle, why, how, what, lies at the heart of Simon Sinek's methodology for inspiring leaders and organizations. The Golden Circle is a concept that helps to explain why some organizations and leaders are more innovative, influential, and profitable than others. At its core, the Golden Circle is a framework that describes the driving forces behind decision-making processes, starting with why, followed by how, and finally, what. The why represents the purpose, cause, or belief that inspires an organization or individual to take action. The how describes the processes or principles that align with this purpose, while the what refers to the tangible outcomes of those actions, such as products or services delivered. The significance of the Golden Circle in empowering decision-making lies in its potential to foster authentic leadership and organizational clarity. By prioritizing the why, individuals and organizations can create a sense of purpose and inspire others to follow. This clarity not only differentiates leaders and companies in competitive markets, but also builds loyalty and fosters long-term success. A practical example of the Golden Circle in action is Apple Incorporated. Apple's success can be attributed to its ability to communicate its why effectively. They believe in challenging the status quo and empowering individuals through beautifully designed, simple-to-use technology. This purpose is consistently reflected in their how innovative design processes and their what iconic products like the iPhone and MacBook. Another example is the non-profit organization TOMS. Their why is centered around improving lives by providing shoes to those in need. This inspires their how, the one-for-one model, and their what, selling shoes and eyewear. The concept of the Golden Circle has garnered widespread support, with many lauding its ability to transform leadership and drive meaningful change. However, some critique its potential oversimplification, arguing that successful decision-making may also heavily rely on other factors like market conditions or financial strategies. Additionally, some may find it challenging to clearly define their why amidst the noise of business metrics and shareholder expectations. In relation to the main topic of empowering decisions, the Golden Circle is foundational as it influences other key elements of finding one's why. By focusing on the deeper motivation behind actions, it aligns personal and organizational goals, enhancing strategic clarity and impactful leadership. Ultimately, the Golden Circle is a powerful tool for cultivating purpose-led decision-making that resonates, inspires, and transforms. Identifying your personal and organizational why is at the heart of Simon Sinek's philosophy for empowering decisions. The why represents the fundamental purpose, cause, or belief that drives an individual or organization. It's about understanding the underlying motivations that inspire action and foster commitment. By identifying this core reason, people and organizations can align their actions with their intrinsic motivations, leading to greater satisfaction and success. The significance of finding your why lies in its ability to provide clarity and direction. When individuals and organizations understand their core purpose, they are better equipped to make decisions that remain true to their values and visions. For organizations, this not only helps in building a strong brand identity, but also attracts employees and customers who resonate with these values, fostering loyalty and engagement. To illustrate, consider Apple Inc., which thrives on its why. To challenge the status quo and think differently. This fundamental belief defines Apple's innovative mindset and guides every product they create, helping them build a community of loyal supporters. On a personal level, consider a teacher whose why is to inspire curiosity and a love for learning in students. This purpose guides their teaching methods and interactions, making their work fulfilling and impactful. Many prominent voices in leadership and business support the idea that purpose-driven organizations tend to perform better. Research consistently shows that companies with a strong sense of why outperform their competitors in terms of employee engagement and customer loyalty. However, some challenges and controversies accompany the pursuit of finding one's why. Critics argue that focusing too heavily on a singular purpose can limit flexibility and adaptability, especially in rapidly changing markets. Additionally, the introspection required to define a why can be challenging for some, as it demands a deep, honest examination of values and motivations. Despite these challenges, identifying the why is a foundational step that influences other aspects of managing both personal and organizational strategies. It shapes the how and the what, guiding how goals are pursued and what actions are taken. By anchoring decisions in a well-defined purpose, individuals and organizations can build coherence and resilience, ensuring that their journey aligns with their deepest aspirations and long-term objectives. Ultimately, in Simon Sinek's approach, the why is not just a starting point, but a compass for continuous growth and inspiration. In Simon Sinek's philosophy on finding your why, clarity and authenticity play pivotal roles. Clarity involves understanding a distinct and easily communicated sense of purpose. It's about being able to articulate clearly why you do what you do, not just in terms of profit or outcomes, but in terms of what drives human behavior and motivators at the deepest level. Authenticity, on the other hand, ensures that this purpose aligns genuinely with one's values and beliefs, making it a true rather than performative commitment. The significance of clarity and authenticity in finding your why is profound. They serve as the foundation for alignment within teams and organizations, helping unify people around a shared mission. When leaders communicate their why clearly and authentically, it inspires trust, builds loyalty, and fosters a resilient organizational culture. Clarity eliminates confusion and fosters understanding, allowing individuals and organizations to focus their energies effectively on what truly matters. Consider the real-world example of Apple under Steve Jobs. Jobs was clear and authentic in his pursuit of innovation and design excellence, encapsulated in his famous mantra, "Think different." This clear and authentic ethos not only propelled Apple to immense success, but also fostered a dedicated consumer base that resonated deeply with the brand's purpose. Another example is nonprofit organizations like Charity, Water, which thrive because of their clear mission and authentic communication about providing clean and safe drinking water to developing countries. Their transparency and genuine storytelling mobilize enthusiastic support and drive impact. Supporters of this idea argue that clarity and authenticity are non-negotiable for any organization seeking to maintain transparency and trust while effectively inspiring and motivating their teams. However, potential challenges to this approach include the difficulty of achieving genuine clarity and authenticity within complex organizations or as part of a diverse leadership team. Some critics argue that the process of uncovering one's why may oversimplify or overlook multifaceted motivations. Additionally, in environments where profit is king, alignment with deeply rooted values might be seen as secondary or even incompatible with financial goals. Clarity and authenticity are interwoven with other aspects of discovering your why, as they directly impact communication, leadership, and organizational culture. Without them, the effort to articulate and implement a why lacks sincerity and impact, leading to potential dissonance within teams and clients alike. Ultimately, they serve as the guideposts that ensure the journey to find and live out your why is meaningful and effective.